Yo, welcome to today's video. So my plans have been scuppered a little. So the caddy video that I was going to do, the stuff hasn't arrived, so I don't literally have anything to do there. And then the backup would have been a Lotus video, and the weather looked nice at the beginning of the week, but you get to today and we've got torrential rain, and I don't really like to use the Lotus in the rain. So what I'm going to do is I've got some bits and pieces that were going to be parts of other videos, so we'll just fill them into this video and make one video out of it. First things first, it took me basically about 6 months to find this, because when I got the Lotus I only got one set of keys. However, I've managed to find some blanks. I believe this is from a early 1990s Vauxhall, but I've got two blanks. So what we're going to do is go get them cut and then check they work on the car. So we've got the ignition and door lock key, and then also the fuel filler cap key. So I'll be off, get these cut now, come back, and then we'll test them on the car. Well, that's me drenched right through. So got them done anyway, so they should work theoretically now. So let's go test them in the car. So fuel filler cap first of all. Okay, so that works fine. Now for the door locks and the ignition key. Okay, so door lock first of all. So I've got the key, which I'm going to do into the ignition. So there we go. So turn it till it's ready. And then I need to press the button on the other one. There we go. And then there we go. So we now have a spare key for the ignition, doors, and also fuel filler cap. So let's just turn this off. So that's one job done. So at least I have a spare in case something happens to the originals. Now what I need to work on is I only have one of these fobs, so I would like a second one of these fobs, but also, from my understanding, to code one of these fobs I need a pen which links into the dashboard. I think it's there. Now the only experience I have with a pen was a car I drove years ago, like when I was 19, which was a Sapphire Cosworth. And before you turned the engine on, you had to put the pen against the dashboard and then turn the key, and that would start the engine. It would be dead if you didn't put the pen against the what is it, receptacle. So yeah, I need to figure out that. It would probably be worth having a pen, a spare pen, and then be able to get one of these, which I can then code off the pen from my understanding. One of the things I've been told is don't let the battery run out on the car, because that could cause havoc with the immobilizer and the car not start again. So I've definitely tried not to do that, and I definitely never left my lights on at a car show or anything like that and had the battery run out on me, because these things don't beep when you leave the lights on. So yeah, I'm maybe guilty of a couple of battery drains, but so far it's been okay. I would just rather have the backup there in case that it does decide to be a bit funny with us. So yeah, next thing. So another thing I've done, because it was a bit past its best, was reseal the rear window. So pulled it out, stripped all the old sealant off, bought new sealant from, I think it was Elise Parts, and put it on. You obviously can't see anything because it's on the other side, but it fits way better. It was also vibrating a little bit as well, so it sorted that problem out. And by doing that, now there's other vibrations which we're going to slowly work through and sort out as well. And so that's another job ticked off the list for the Lotus. Now, what I wanted to do, because I talked to you around the car in the last video, what I wanted to do is the car has had a few modifications, so there is a couple of things different from standard on top of the common problems and issues that early Lotus Elise has had. So I just wanted to talk you through some of the things the car's had done to it. I always said previously I'd never buy a modified car, but the history on the car is so comprehensive and everything like that, and basically the modifications is probably exactly the same things that I would do to a car anyway if I bought it standard and wanted to make it sort of a bit better. I believe the words like OEM plus, as people say. So firstly, discs. So Elise parts alloy bell discs. It's got braided hoses, apparently. I haven't seen them. I haven't looked at the front end that in depth yet. Pagid PS12 pads. They're a bit squeaky. Leave a lot of dust. Nitron NTR fast road suspension. Now, the setup on that, I believe, I'm presuming it's fast road. I don't know what the setup is. I'm going to go through it in a later video because I actually want to learn how to sort of do camber, caster, all that stuff. Toe in, toe out, and understand what it all means and what effect it has on the vehicle. So I'm going to basically try to learn that in a video, essentially. And maybe from there we'll be able to like reverse engineer and figure out what the setup on the car is using just things that I find online and things like that. So we'll give that a go. The steering wheel, so the Momo steering wheel is a mod 78 steering wheel, as far as I understand. Someone asked me the size, I don't know. I haven't measured it. The exhaust, I don't know what came on the car originally. I meant to put in my last video that it did come with a sports exhaust as standard, but for some reason I've missed that out, probably trying to think of all the other things that it came with. But I've read some places that I had a decat pipe, and I've read other places that I had a sport cat, so I don't know whether like what it was that came on. It's got a Hurricane induction kit. It gives it a nice little sort of growl. I prefer personally induction noise over exhaust noise. So I think there's a lot of people just go for exhaust noise, and that to me, you need to have like a nice balance. And if I had to do without one, I would do without the exhaust over induction. And yeah, and the other things I've showed you in a previous video, so like the original things like harness bar, hard top and hard top bag, things like that. So yeah, that basically covers everything to do with my car. I know it was a bit of a video that was all over the place, struggling with the weather. Obviously I'm still soaking wet, but hopefully you got something out of it, and I'll see you next time for the next video. In a bit. Bye bye.